Hey guys, Cal here, and it's time for a review of the new Chatpile LP Cool World. This is the second album from the sludge metal slash noise rock slash indie rock band to the 2022's exceptional God's Country. Opening the album, we have a fade in with ominous synths, and then straight into the first track, I Am Dog Now. It's got this relentless riff with pounding drums announcing themselves into the mix. For those uninitiated with Chatpile, a lot of their sound is built off some interesting reference points. So things like 80s and 90s DIY, zine bands like Big Black, Fugazi, stuff like that. And there's dashes of new metal in there in the guitar work and bass, and there's also really interesting indie and noise rock elements in the guitars throughout this. A contemporary comparison I would use would probably be the band Metz. However, I feel like Chatpile are a bit more adventurous, and I could see them branching out a little bit more than Metz have. Although I still think Metz are a very, very good band as well, and a lot further into their career. We have the second track, Shame. It throws a left turn and gives us a really solid indie rock flavour of indie guitar chords. And over the top of that, the signature vocals of Raygun Bush, aka Randy Rules. And the guys in this band have stage names which are quite ridiculous. So look that up, have a look at that if you get a chance, because they've got some really strange names for themselves. The track Funny Man, it has some a really interesting angular riffs in the verses, and the vocal refrain of the outside there's no mercy, it's in the bridge. It's just so heavy. Anybody who's into like heavy music should really get a good kick out of this. And smack bang in the middle of the track listing is the apocalyptic camcorder. So whatever the song is about, it's evident that the picture they're painting here is a world of decay, and it's almost like the band's mission statement is this. I've read this in multiple publications about how they want to be the sound of the world in decay, and never is it more evident than in this particular track. You've got allusions to people that are dead, and maybe zombies. There's a lyric in there that's and their skin was cold to the touch, which alludes to sort of an undead zombie apocalypse kind of thing. And those themes are throughout this whole album. You hear this stuff again and again if you listen through to the full LP. And it's got this lumbering rhythm with the sludgy metal guitars, and this one is a real highlight. So it's right in the middle of the track listing. In the song Tape, again we've got these flourishes of indie guitar amongst the heaviness of the vocals and the thumping new metal bass that almost sounds shoegazy in some stages. The strength of this band is the left turns that they take. When you start to get comfortable with an idea in a Chatpile song, they throw something else in there that makes you sit up and take notice. Like all the way throughout this thing, I was like, oh, it's just going to be this certain thing, and then the guitarist just pulls something absolutely out of his ass and brings something to the track that I found so interesting. They're able to accomplish this while still retaining their shape as a band. They're throwing all the new metal influences and stuff like that, but there's also like shoegaze and noise rock and things like that as well. Then we've got The New World, has a great vocal hook on it. It's that most are dragged, most are kicking and screaming out. It's really, really brutal, but heavy hook. There's hooks aplenty on this album. There's no lack of melody here, even though it's really, really heavy. We're getting a lot of really good songcraft on this. The start of Mask has this Johnny Greenwood style appreciated guitar line that, again, it's just a nice left turn that I would never have expected, with a really strong chorus as well. Given that this is their second album, I'm really looking forward to what they do next. It was such a nice surprise, and I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up in a lot of top 10 lists at the end of the year, because this completely took me by surprise. Even though I had actually heard the debut album, I think this actually improves on that, and it's a lot stronger. There's no real skips on this album at all. I can sit and listen to this the whole way through. So for me, this one is a 9 out of 10. And thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one. So chat pile, cool world, get onto it.